Hello, welcome to Split Bill. I'm Bill Poss. I'm your host, as always. And today's guest is Cosmic Charlie from Urbana, Illinois. I'm looking forward to talking to Charlie about all of his work in the music scene, including playing music with his band Bones Jugs. And he also plays with the Field Notes, Chicago Farmer and the Field Notes. And so I'm looking forward to catching up with him on that, and also just what's going on at the Rose Bowl and what they're doing. So I'm going to start out with a Robert Earl Keen song, and I don't know it all that well, so I have the lyrics in front of me. But it's a great song, and I've been working on it for a little bit. I actually texted or messaged Rich Brotherton, who's the guy that was the guitar player for the Robert Earl Keen band for his 20 plus years, 25 years probably, and he played on one of my records, and I got to know him in Austin over the years. And he actually responded and told me what the chords were and where they capoed it and everything. So I'm just going to play it without a capo, but anyway, this is a song called I Gotta Go by Robert Earl Keen. I ain't got time to shoot the breeze, got no time to blow. Excuse me, mister, if you please. I gotta go. Born one morning on the Day of the Dead in a bombed out bungalow. My mama kissed my cheek and said, I gotta go. I gotta go somewhere. I gotta go. I'm wasting time standing here. I gotta go. They put me in an orphanage west of Tupelo. I told them when I burnt that bridge, I gotta go. I stole a car, got a gun, and I robbed the Hi-De-Ho. I left Memphis on the run. I gotta go. I gotta go somewhere. I gotta go. I'm wasting time standing here. I gotta go. It's 5-card stud, deuces wild, 3 kings in a row. I turned that diamond deuce and smiled. I gotta go. And they tracked me down, took my take. Brother, don't you know? I told them boys there's some mistake. And I gotta go. I gotta go somewhere. I gotta go. I'm wasting time standing here. I gotta go. There's cold steel up against my head. They turned the lights down low. In case you didn't hear, I said, I gotta go. These were your very last words, sir. Say them nice and slow. My last words on this planet were, I gotta go somewhere. I gotta go. I'm wasting time standing here. I gotta go. I gotta go somewhere. I gotta go. I'm wasting time standing here. I gotta go. I gotta go. I don't know. We're just getting the show started, folks. I want to thank you all for tuning in, and I also especially want to thank everybody for tuning in yesterday when I did my story time show. That was a lot of fun for me, and I hope you enjoyed it. I got to tell the story about meeting a hermit in New Zealand and the wild ride that was, and the great story that he told me. It's funny telling the story that somebody else told to you. You know, you sort of relying on your memory from 18 or 19 years ago to really get it right after all that time has passed. But hey, Charlie, you're there.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
I'm good. Tuning in from the Rose Bowl in Urbana, Illinois, folks. It's Cosmic Charlie. I don't even know what your last name really is, Charlie. Do we need to know that? Is that something that you?
Not important, I'd say.
I think the last time I saw you, Charlie, was in New Orleans, Louisiana, in the month of January.
Oh man, that seems like eons ago.
It was eons ago. Yeah. Well, it's good to see you here, up close and impersonal.
Yeah, thanks for asking me to do it.
Cosmic Charlie Harris of Rose Bones and the Field Jugs.
Yep, that says it all. I'd say just about.
They want to say, hey, there's folks tuning in from Canada. Looks like Canada. Our very first two comments come from Canada. One from Port Dover, that's Susie, and then Steve Medley from Vancouver. So different ends of the Canadian geography there. Mr. Keith Petard from just down the road. Rob Crum, Lisa Gruel Brown from Burlington, Wisconsin, and Jake Willis. Where are you writing in from, Jake? You writing in from where you live in Champaign? No, Charleston. Is that right?
No, he's in Chicago, right?
Oh, Chicago. Is that right?
Yeah,
Okay.
he was talking about spending the quarantine in the Grand Canyon, or in a cave or something. I don't know what I found out.
Is that a metaphor?
Probably not. No. Not with Jake.
Yeah. He says he's in Chi-Town, baby. All right. Well, Jake is also a member of the Field Notes, the Chicago Farmer Band. They were scheduled to play at the Moccasin Creek Festival. Charlie and Cody Jensen are the other members of that band. Is it just the three of you guys, or do you ever have a fourth?
Yeah, well, I guess we've done a couple things with some more players, but the band as Farmer had us on the tour releasing the new album Flyover Country, it was just the four of us. The two Codys, me and Jake.
Right on.
My vocal is low.
That's what it says. Yeah, you're seeing the messages too. That's good. That's good when you guys.
Yeah, I figured it out. I got all right, let's see. I opened a random program. Hold on. Let me close that.
Mandy Tyndall from DeSoto, Illinois. Welcome, Mandy.
Let's see. Is this helping? Is that getting louder?
I feel like it's gotten louder.
Louder? Any louder?
Yeah. Is that better, Steve?
Steve, we any louder now?
Red Barn Corner. There's Doug Williams piping up. Jake Willis types that Charlie's mic is low.
Still? I'll move it closer. How about that?
I hear you pretty well, but I'm not hearing the broadcast. I'm only hearing I'm on the inside.
Okay, you rebroadcast it. So it's audible. All right, I'm just going to keep turning it up, and then someone will tell us Charlie's way too loud. And we'll be like, well, that's fine. Hey, 1 2 1 2. I'm good. Okay, thanks, Jake.
So you're at the Rose Bowl. You have some role in running the Rose Bowl. What's your role there?
Yeah, so I'm myself and my partner Martin Stromberg actually bought the bar in March of 2019. So I am part owner of the Rose Bowl. My role more specifically is I focus on booking bands, curating the calendar. I'm promoting all our events, which include some other things. We do like a euchre night euchre night, and we whatever other stuff, euchre, trivia, comedy. But 90% of it is I don't do comedy. No. But yes, I help promote all that, but most of it's band booking and working with bands and that kind of stuff.
Well, I've actually dealt with you booking bands, so it's I know it's a process that's challenging in these small towns, trying to get Americana bands that can actually both be awesome and also draw a crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know that I do the same thing here in Effingham. I put on shows, and I had Robbie Fulks playing downtown, and it was not good. I'm going to stop here for a second because are the folks out there? Are you getting a slap back sound? I'm getting a slap back.
I'm still 60% of Bill's volume. Gee, I wonder if it's grabbing my mic because it's feeding back or something. Sorry, y'all.
Do you have headphones, Charlie?
This is showbiz, eh? Yeah, I'm going to plug some headphones in.
Okay, this might help.
We're
trying to get it fixed, folks.
So I'll get in real close. Yeah. So the booking, Bill, I definitely hear you. It's tricky. It is tricky. I'm sure people. Sorry, y'all. Put my headphones in. We'll see what it thinks of. The output was supposed to be this one. Bill.
Okay, is that better?
Oh, I hear you real loud. I'm not sure if that helped other people with me.
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll find out. It sounds fine where Jake is.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe it
Still
was.
hear a little slap back, but not much.
Okay,
Better.
that's good.
So, are you doing music most nights? You said you do a euchre night. Is there still music when you do that, or is it just you just sort of focus on something else in those off nights?
Oh, I mean, mostly music. So Monday at the bar is the Urbana Hootenanny, which is in a roundabout way is kind of how I wound up with the bar. So myself and some mostly bluegrass pickers in town in Urbana approached the old owner of the Rose Bowl maybe about, I don't know, we would have celebrated 8 years of the Hootenanny or so, something like that. This March. I didn't even think of that we missed the 8-year anniversary. Okay, noted. Anyways, so about 8 years ago, we started the Hootenanny, which is an open acoustic jam. Bill, that's actually where I met you, right? I think so. Coming over
You
the
played with me the very first time I met you.
Yeah. And so it's just it's an open jam, 8 p.m. on a Monday night. Bring an acoustic instrument. Oh, there I am. Bring an acoustic instrument, share a tune, call people up to jam with you, play some whatever, country blues, bluegrass, whatever. Just kind of a hang at a bar.
That was you and Sam?
Yeah, me and Sam Payne and Dustin Norder. Dan Andry was involved when he was in town. And then fast forward about 7 years, we ended up, I'll spare everyone the details, but the owner kind of reached out to us like, hey, I want y'all to be involved in the next era because he loved what we were doing and it was pretty successful from the bar. He knew that the Hootenanny was a great thing and that we were curating it, and the rest is I would say it's history, but it's actually just still going on.
Right. Well, that's exciting. I got to tell you, I like the old owner. Was it Fred? Was that his name?
Steve Campbell.
Yeah, I like working with Steve, but it's exciting when you guys took over. The hopes are high, and we're very supportive.
Yeah, it's been feeling good. So anyway, so the Hootenanny's every Monday, every Monday, Fridays and Saturdays. Since we got the place, we did something, some band or full bill or whatever, and we were starting to like really hit stride with. Word got out that it was a good place to play because you got to build up this reputation, Obviously, like, we're not able to just throw money at everybody. That's one way to get a lot of bands is have a lot of money to throw at them. Another way is to have a good reputation that they're going to have a great show.
Right.
It's going to sound good. You never know. There's never any way to know how many people will be there. But if word gets around that, oh, well, whoever is there are respecting the music and are attentive and are good people and the sound is good, these kinds of things. As that goes around, sorry, I keep getting thrown off by which side. Where am I? Here I am. As that goes around the music scene, then you start to get more bands, making inquiries, people passing through town thinking about you, and
right.
Yeah.
Well, I've always thought of Champaign as I went to college in Champaign 25 years ago, and I always felt like Champaign should have been a great music town, and it never was. To me, Champaign-Urbana area, there was always some cool stuff happening. It's just that there didn't feel like there was a lot of audience for it, and so I'm excited for the new era of the Rose Bowl, building a great reputation, and I hope you be a part of that. Posh Music Works hopes to be a part of that. So. Oh
yeah, man. What you were you were on the farmer shows we had you play in December, right? Yeah, that was cool. Hold on one second. The lights make there we go. I like that red better. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah. Hey, you want to play a song for us?
Yeah, I'll play a tune.
I don't know much about your writing and stuff, but do you write music?
Yeah. It's been a little while. Things get a little crazy when you buy a bar. And no, I don't think anyone really wants to hear songs about like sales tax or anything. So it's been a little while since I wrote, but I'll just play one I wrote a little while ago. It's one I perform with Bones Jugs, and
I'm gonna get in trouble for slagging Champaign as a music town. I don't mean that there wasn't really cool stuff happening. I used to go to Mabel's and I used to go, the Blind Pig and all the shows. I was a music writer for the Daily Illini, but my experience was that it was hard to get. I also saw James McMurtry play at Mabel's with 7 people, and they were all my friends. And so what I mean is it was just hard to get the kind of turnout that you see that you'd like to see. So I wasn't trying to slag Champaign. Sorry, Eric.
Oh yeah, and Eric's shouting out a couple of like maybe the more indie style bands, whereas indie rockers and that kind of stuff. And I mean, definitely there's a big history of that. Hum,
yeah.
Hum when they were really going at it, they were huge, but they toured back through a couple times in the last 5 years or so, but Matt Talbot, who's a member of Hum, now he owns a venue just outside of town, so the reverberations of these are still going on, but
cool.
the CU Folk and Roots Fest is picking it up for the.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get myself out of the picture. You'll be.
Can you hear this? All right, can y'all hear the guitar? I got my I don't.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, cool. All right, I'm taking the headphones off, so I can't hear anything. All right, let's see if I remember how this one goes. Them Sunday morning blues, they got me down in the dumps. My body's a creaking and I'm stuck in a slump. All the coffee, it's burnt and my socks are all wet. So it saved my soul, but me one cigarette. And Saturday night wasn't what it's cracked out to be. The keg was tapped. Good times got away from me. I tried to look good, I was done at my best. Showing up as half and I failed the test. I got them Sunday morning blues. Sunday morning blues. Sunday morning blues. Most of the time I just wanna win. Won't somebody help me lose them Sunday morning blues? I went to lose the edge, the puncher was too sweet. No, I could not think or drink. I found a lady just to meet, and we talked about this, we talked about that, and all I remember was she called me a rat. I could not think straight, didn't dance right. I stumbled and staggered, it was all through the night. The 5th drink was trouble number 9, it was the floor. My buddies picked me up and we had a couple more. I got them Sunday morning blues. Sunday morning blues. Sunday morning blues. Most of the time I just wanna win. Won't somebody help me lose them Sunday morning blues? Great big holes in the bottom of my shoes. Heading home to bed, it's my best friend. And only 6 more days I will try it again. I got them Sunday morning blues. Sunday morning blues. Sunday morning blues. most of the time. I just wanna win, won't somebody help me lose? Sunday morning blue. Won't somebody help me lose them Sunday morning blues? Sunday morning blues.
My buddy Johnny Barnett. He's piping in. It says Arlo Guthrie meets Gary P. Nunn. That's a high praise right there. Best K archtop ever.
Yep.
I like to play. I played Fred Eaglesmith's K archtop for several years, every night for about 4 years, and it was the best one I ever played. But I'd like to try yours sometime.
Yeah, anytime. Well, I mean,
we'll get it disinfected.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let's just talk about disinfectant for a second. I saw today where the governor is moving into phase 3 of the reopening as of June 1st. Is that correct?
Man, I was tuned out this morning. I did get a text from my mom. She's like my she gives me my news briefs. But if you say so, yeah, it looks like he's including restaurants and bars. 10 days remain as of today. So what would that be? The 1st?
Well, I think that he said that as of the 1st, it would open up. We would open up to the next level. I don't know what that includes. But.
Yeah. So the phase 3, I believe, is unless something has changed, I believe that's up to 10 people.
Yeah, that's right.
So I don't.
That doesn't help you that much, does it?
Not really, no.
So if we get to stage 4, I think that's 50 people, right? So I think maybe you could open at that point.
Yeah. Right.
I'm not giving you legal advice here, Charlie.
What? No, I heard it here. Yeah, that's what they say. We'll see. And there's actually, this is really interesting, and a lot of people might not be aware of this, but there is and Bill, I'm not sure if I've seen you on these threads, but NIVA, NIVA, and I know the Castle Theaters, maybe the Castle Theater and Jay Goldberg Entertainments are maybe the biggest Central Illinois people involved, and it's National Independent Venues Association or Independent Venues of America. You know what I'm talking about?
I've heard of it, yeah.
You've seen this? So they sort of mobilized right after the shutdown, and I recommend looking them up, NIVA, and they're essentially going, putting out resources for all the venues and bands and people to sort of have a unified talking points and unified vision going forward in communicating to the legislators that our industry is so unique when it comes to this. In a lot of ways, at the end of the day, businesses are really similar. But when you start to talk about, well, what businesses need people to gather and how many people can gather or whatever, for example, the nitty gritty is a business like the Rose Bowl. We depend on an average of, 2 to 3 times a week that 100 people gather or whatever, right? So that doesn't have to be 100 people at any one time. That doesn't necessarily mean it has to be that. Maybe it can be 50 people every day. However, that's highly unrealistic for us when we don't have any entertainment. Or, maybe some towns could do that, 50 people, and then they're able to sell enough tickets and make it happen. And we'll find out if we have to. Anyways, the NIVA is mobilizing to let legislators know that the assistance that they are focusing on, the entertainment industry is so unique in terms of needs with this, And
part of that is that, I think what you're referring to, part of that is that much of the entertainment payroll is not on the books. I mean, it's on the books. It's just not payroll. It's not like paychecks. And so like Post Music Works, for example, we pay a lot of people to do a lot of things, but we don't have payroll, and we're not getting any support at all. Now, on the other hand, we don't have a ton of. We're not like the Rose Bowl where we have a mortgage to pay and a note to pay and all that sort of thing. You do have some payroll there, I assume, but we don't have any. I mean, but so as a result of that, we don't get any kind of support because there's not loans for us to support businesses that don't have employees.
Right, because they were so dependent. The For people that are interested, the two main ones are the SBA emergency disaster loan, right?
Yeah.
And the PPP, which got a lot of attention because that was brand new. They created that in the wake of the shutdown. But yeah, those were both heavily weighted on submitting how many full-time, part-time employees you have and what your total payroll is. And so, yeah, I mean, all the musicians are just SOL because they don't.
Yeah.
It's not that musicians are off the books necessarily. Some are, whatever, but they're definitely right. They're independent contractors, as Jake is saying. So you don't show up as payroll, even though like the bar, the Rose Bowl. I mean, I don't know. We paid bands. I don't know what it was. Like close to $40,000 in the year 2019, but there's nothing for all that,
Right, and then you also have soundmen and the door guy, door gal.
Of course, yeah.
The person selling the merchandise, all that stuff. So, hey, there's John Griffin, one of my favorite Central Illinois superheroes. Right?
Hey, John.
John, for those of you who don't know John Griffin, he's a great artist from Decatur, right? Decatur, Illinois, and he does the posters. Probably most famously in my world, he does the posters for the Hartford Festival and the T-shirts and stuff.
Yeah, John's turned me into. Hey, John. John turned me into a cartoon a number of times over the year, and I am forever in debt to him for that because that's been a dream of mine.
Right on. Well, I want to say thanks for everyone who's listening, and I'm just going to give a rundown of the schedule as I know it for Splitville, and that is tomorrow, all the way from somewhere in Canada. We'll find out where, I guess, tomorrow. Mr. Mike Lynch, I would describe him, for those of you who don't know him, I would describe him as sort of similar to Chris Knight. When Chris Knight has a band, and that's, in my book, that's high praise. He's a really great writer and very country, but in a sort of in a really non-Nashville-y kind of way. And I like, and when I say Nashville country, I mean the stuff that you hear on the radio, which I, by and large, can't stand. So then on Friday, we have a local favorite, Danny Flowers, will be joining us. Danny is a young woman, I think originally from this area. I'm not sure where exactly, maybe Vandalia or Altamont, but she's a fantastic songwriter and singer, and she just moved to Effingham about 6 months ago, and so she's become part of our little scene here. Really great performer, so check her out. She's quite a nice songwriter too. Really good bluegrass songs. Then I don't have next week filled out yet, but I learned today that I'm very excited to announce we have the great Bob Schneider, who's a great performer and songwriter, poet, etc., from Austin, Texas, and the leader of many bands from Austin, Texas. I've never had him from Moccasin Creek, although I've inquired many times. We've never gotten him. So. But I'd like to ask Charlie to sing another song.
Another
song?
I mean, I definitely do. Let me think. Okay, I'm going to take these headphones off again, though.
Okay.
Tunes. Okay, yeah. Here's one I played last night. What I do with my flat pick. I just saw it. I got another one in the pocket. Anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna go back to playing this arch top. I got this thing in it's an okay. I believe it's a 70s K. I got it in Asheville at a music store for, I think it was $350, and then a local luthier named Paul Breen does amazing work. Steamed the neck off and redid the dowel up here. Maybe you can see it, maybe you can't. I don't know. It's a little too dark, eh? This thing got put on by someone. It's kind of been bedazzled and redone, but then I had the neck put back on, and this thing's been good to me. Okay, I'll play another original. You know what? I think I need a kazoo for this. Hang tight, one sec.
I'm just getting myself back on here so people know that we're live.
Sorry about that.
Oh, he's coming right back.
I never am like 30 more than 30 feet from a kazoo, so that's the good news. All right. I was more than 30 feet from my kazoo holder, so this might have some strange rests, as the musicians like to say. The doc, he's been filling me with nasty stuff. Oh, I asked the nurse to fix me up. Calls me in, I take a seat, and when she smiles so sweet, I know I'm in for a treat. Appendicitis, maybe I got the flu. Heartache, heartbreak, I definitely got the blues. What she says, or what she do, yes, it's got me feeling brand new. Her touch, it's the cure. Lips are medicine. Deals with her eyes. My health is on the rise. I lay her on all day, but that's the sign begin. Oh, I'm standing at the pearly gates of heaven. And what's the price? Oh, I'll pay you the cost if you tell me that the nurse is in. Patiently I wait, I anticipate. Oh, I'm filling out the forms, oh yes, I've got that too. What she says, yes, what she do, you know it's got me feeling brand new. Hold on, I got it. I hobble on in with the shivering chills. Yeah, she shakes a finger and says, no more pills. Lays me down, or she flips me around, and I wake up in a sweat on the ground. Her touch, it's a cure. Her lips are medicine. Heals with her eyes. My health is on the rise. Wait around all day, but does the line begin? Oh, I'm standing at the pearly gates of your heaven. And what's the price? Pay the cost if you tell me that the nurse is in. The doc, he's been filling me with nasty stuff. Oh, I asked the nurse, fix me up, and what she says, what she do, yes, it's got me feeling brand new. Her touch, it's a cure. Her lips are medicine. Heals with her eyes. Health is on the rise. Wait around all day, but does the line begin? Oh, I'm standing at the pearly gates of heaven. What's the price? I'll pay you the cost if you tell me that the nurse is in. Oh, thanks, Bill. Oh, my headphones. I need more Bill in my headphones. Hey. All right.
That was wonderful. That was wonderful.
Oh, thanks.
Um,
I don't know if I've ever played that song solo.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mentioned that the last time I saw you was in New Orleans. We were at the Folk Alliance conference, and when I first ran into you guys, I was just walking through the lobby, and there's this crowd in the lobby. Was it the Hilton or something? I don't know. No,
It
this
was the Sheridan. The
Sheraton,
Sheridan. Yeah.
Sheraton. And there was this crowd gathered around, and I hear the racket coming from inside the crowd, and I pushed my way to the front, and there I found Cosmic Charlie, and Cody Jensen holding court, and it was pretty amazing. Songs like that, and some. He had a xylophone, I think, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, that band's got a kind of crazy setup. Maybe I can grab a photo real quick and let everyone see. Let's see what happens if I do like this.
That's sort of a truncated Bones Jugs and Harmony thing, or Bones Jugs as you call it now.
Yeah, so we went to, I don't know if it's going to let me do this. Anyways, yeah, so Bones Jugs is we were a 9-piece at one point. But now it's a duo. But Cody, who is a world-class virtuoso, can play pretty much anything. He plays kick drum and hi-hat with his feet. Well, it's actually a low hat. It's called a low boy. It's like the original hi-hat before they would play it with sticks. You would just play it with your foot. And the thing's about yay big, yay tall. So the kick drum is also like 12 inches or something, right? So both of those fit under his xylophone. And then he plays both of those while he's playing this crazy ragtime xylophone stuff. And he's also has a suspended jug. So he's playing with his feet, and he's playing I mean, it seems absurd. But it is absurd. That's what he does. It's absurd. And then I'm pretty much just honking away on this thing and a banjo, and I wanted to get in on the fun, so I have like one little crash cymbal that I hit, coordination to play one single crash note, but.
So you mostly play upright bass with the band, and you play some guitar as well?
Well, now with Bones Jugs as a duo, I just play the fretted instruments like this,
Okay.
Yeah. So our sort of the concept, musically speaking, is we've sort of taken a rhythm section, a drum set, and Cody plays the feet, so there's part of it, and then I'm playing like the snare drum, right? But I'm also playing the bass. Where is it? So I'm also playing. Right? That kind of stuff. So between the two of us, we have his feet are the kick and the hat. I have the snare drum. And then here's the bass. And then everything up top, color-wise, is just sort of a free-for-all. Meanwhile, he's also filling in on the jug. So if I get away from playing real bass notes, and I'm like doing that kind of stuff, and he's a, and it's just like sort of, oh, my foot bell. Thank you, John Griffin. You're right. I got a bell for my foot too. That's right. How could I forget?
So you guys were a natural fit with Chicago Farmer when he decided to put the band together to tour.
I guess so. Yeah. I mean, he uses Cody Jensen's skills. If people have seen that, I know at least a couple people here have. Cody Jensen, the gentleman I'm referring to in Bones Jugs, plays a full drum set, like rock band style, and he plays piano at the same time.
Or mandolin.
Or mandolin, right. He played trumpet on one show. Jake Willis is trying to get him to, Jake, maybe he'll chime in, but Jake's got an imagination for all sorts of stuff, so.
Yeah. Well, it's a great show. It's a dynamic show, and of course, Cody, I think, is really smart about the way he built his crowd, and now expanding into the band.
He's unreal. He is a pro through and through.
Great entertainer. He reminds me of Arlo Guthrie a little bit, and at times, and Todd Snyder a little bit. In fact, he's way better than Todd Snyder is now, in my opinion. But I'm sure someone's going to slag me for that. But if you ever saw Todd Snyder when he was at his best, you know he's only 60% of what he was when he's good now, and he can be a lot less than that, unfortunately. Anyway, but Chicago Farmer's new record, really great. I was trying to get the local radio station to play it, and we'll see if they do or not. But
that'd be great.
I think "Deer in the Sky" is a natural, man. It should be on every radio station in the country.
Yeah, that album sounds amazing. It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure touring that music. Holy smokes!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to think of the band that played on the record.
The Band of Heathens.
Band of Heathens. I was in Austin. I was friends with those guys when they formed. And in fact, Gordy Quist used to come to my open mic at the Cactus Cafe frequently. But they were really a good choice to record that album, I think, and it's been fun listening to you guys adapt with your instruments.
Yeah, I mean, those guys, their so it's kind of cool. Some of the tunes we actually were rehearsing and performing before we heard the record, and I don't know, as a musician personally, I always like something that I really love is collaborating. And for people that heard the two tunes I played, they have like this throwback to old music. And I really love that element of taking the information from stuff that has been and pulling it into what I'm doing, right? So this thing with Farmer, with the Band of Heathens and this Flyover Country, I just think it's been a blast. Jake, yeah.
I saw that. You're right, Jake. You're right. I'm okay with that. I got Bob Schneider next week. You hear?
Anyway, so the Band of Heathen stuff, we had done a little bit of work on them, and then all of a sudden Cody sends us the album, and it's all this new information. Oh, that's a cool way to think about the chorus. That's a cool way to transition between the parts or whatever. And I just love that. I feel like even though I've never played with the Band of Heathens, by nature of hearing their album, hearing their work on those songs, I sort of like I get to collaborate with them too. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's well, it's fun when my worlds collide. I'll tell you that, for me, my own perspective.
Yeah, I bet. I mean
that's another band that I actually like to get from Moccasin Creek Festival, but it's never worked. I've inquired about them, but it's never worked out in terms of touring and stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's a ways.
For those of you listening in, as you probably have already heard, the Moccasin Creek Festival for 2020 was canceled, and we're trying to line it up again for next year with the same lineup. And so far, I think everybody has pretty much agreed to that. Gretchen Peters is on hold because she has commitments in England that she has to make sure that she can work around. But I would hate to lose Gretchen Peters. She's really a great songwriter and a wonderful singer. But I understand if she can't do it. But anyway, check out if you want to check out who's going to be on the lineup. It's Bruce Robinson, Kelly Willis, Robbie Folks Band, John Fulbright Band, and John Fulbright solo, Chicago Farmer, and the Field Notes, who we have one of right here, and Jake listening in. Who else do we have? We got Julian Davis and the Situation.
You got these guys back?
We have those guys booked for Summer Sundown this year.
Okay, sorry.
They've played all my festivals.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. In fact, I had Neil on the show for the first week we did it. Let's see, who else do we have for Moccasin? Chain Station, of course. They're always there. Greg Klima, we had Gretchen Peters, Jamie Harris from Austin, Texas. Now she lives in Nashville now, but I think of her as being from Austin. Michael and Boney, the Bernie Sisters, and the K Brothers. That's a couple of great acts. If you've never heard them, they're fan-freaking-tastic.
K Brothers, they're from Columbia?
Yeah, really great. They played at the Wonder Down Music Festival last year and just blew everybody away. So, we had Mike Kerr from Toronto, Canada, lined up, and we had Garrett Burris and his band going to play on Sunday. We had Motherload from Charleston, Illinois. We had Jake Willis, who's supposed to play on I think Friday afternoon. Anyway, I could go on, but so tune in. The dates for 2021 are for the Moccasin Creek Festival, June 17th through the 20th.
I'll put it in my phone right now, Bill.
That's Father's Day weekend. Please do. And
2021, right?
yep. Hey, Tal Broniker's listening. Did you hear I got Bob Schneider next week? Tuesday. I know you'll be. Tal Broniker's the biggest Bob Schneider fan I know around here, so you'll be excited. That's the band that Oliver Steck played with for many, many years, and maybe still does. All right, I've yammered long enough about that. But
Wait, what were the dates, Bill? I missed it. I'm sorry.
June 17th through the 20th.
All right, cool. I'm putting it in. Everyone should do this,
Yeah, everybody get your phone, put it on your calendar, get your tickets. If you had tickets, your tickets for this year are good for next year. If you absolutely need a refund, we will give you a refund. But we would love it if you would just hold on to your tickets for next year. If you decide that you'd like to make a donation of your tickets to Fox Music Works, we would appreciate that also, but no pressure. So we don't want anybody to go hungry because you have tickets for a festival in 13 months. All right. Charlie, how about one more song? Unless you got something else you want to tell us. You got any events coming up that you want to talk about?
Oh, I guess I didn't talk about over at the Rose Bowl. We're doing a bunch of live streams. We're doing a lot of live stream music. We're doing this thing RBTV. RBTV. What's it?
You can like it on Facebook and get notifications.
Yeah, Facebook, and we got a YouTube channel, and
what are you using to broadcast that?
So, you mean hardware-wise?
For your platform, this is like StreamYard.
Oh. So we're using the rebroadcast is happening through a software or a server called Restream.
Okay.
But we're using a video software called OBS that lets you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that lets you take audio and video and various effects, and
right.
Essentially you can live mix your video and audio.
That's what Climate using.
Thanks, John Griffin. So we're doing a lot of live streams every Friday. I'm playing with a bluegrass right? Bluegrass trio. Tomorrow there's like a soul kind of blues rock psychedelic band playing called the Merry Travelers. Saturday Joe Aslin is playing. Yeah, check us out. We got a lot of stuff. A lot of some full bands and
RBTV. RBTV.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Charlie, I want to say thanks a lot for being on my daily interview today, my split bill. And
thanks for having me, Bill. It's been a pleasure.
I look forward to a day soon when we can get together and play some music together.
Amen, brother. Can't wait.
I'll see you after this song.
Okay, I'll do another one. Yeah. All right. Okay, somehow I lost a pick again. That is amazing. My pocket stash is going to be totally depleted by the end of this show, Bill. But don't fret. What should I do? What's one I've been liking to sing? I'll do an old that one has a call and response. I'll do one I know from Doc Watson. When it's peach picking time in Georgia, cotton picking time in Tennessee, apple picking time in Mississippi, oh, everyone picks on me. When it's roundup time in Texas, oh, the cowboys they go a bee. When it's peach picking time in Georgia, it's gal picking time for me. Yodelay, oh, yodelay, oh, yodelay. In Kentucky, yes, they've got the bluegrass. In Virginia's where they do the swing. I'm going down to Caroline spend the spring. Arkansas, I hear you calling, and I promise that I'll be there soon. We'll do a little picking under the Ozark moon. Yodelay, oh, yodelay, oh, yodelay. When the hard times they come on heavy, I won't let the blues get me. I got me a gal in Caroline, and she's pretty as can be. I know I'm gonna get to see her. Yes, I swear it won't be long till we'll find a cabin and we'll call it our mountain home. Yodelay, oh, yodelay, oh, yodelay. When the folks they start to pick the cotton, yes, that's when I pick the wedding ring. I'll go to town and I'll find a gown for the wedding in the spring. Yes, I hope that preacher knows his business, 'cause he can't fool me. Yes, when it's beach picking time in Georgia, oh, it's gal picking time for me. Yodelay, oh, yodelay, oh, yodelay. Oh, thanks, Bill.
Thanks for tuning in, folks. This has been the Splitville Daily Interview with Cosmic Charlie, live from the Rose Bowl in Urbana, Illinois. We'll all have to get together at the Rose Bowl when this is passed, and we can get together and have raise a frosty beverage to each other's health. And everybody stay safe out there. Wear your mask if you go in public. I know it's some people don't like to wear a mask, but I don't like to wear a shirt, but I do it. There you go. Public, yes, a public service announcement from Cosmic Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. I want to get a Moccasin Creek Festival mask made so that people can wear their masks and advertise for me at the same time. So, all right, thanks.
Yeah, I'll wear your Moccasin Creek mask for sure.
Cool. We'll see if we can get that made.
Bill, thanks so much for having me, man. This is a blast.
It's been a pleasure. Thanks a lot. We'll hope to see you soon.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.